fun to resist tyranny. You're meant to be struggling for freedom, like it's a football game. Those instincts when you go and 100,000 of you get in a stadium and chant, you know, that's a facsimile of your normal tribal instincts to get together for war. Well, in the modern sense, it's info war. This is the team we're on. Team liberty, team freedom, team private property, team not having parasites rob us blind. If we don't have freedom, we have nothing. We will be enslaved in every case in history. It's just that simple. But I do want to salute and thank and appreciate all of you out there over the years that have made my films #1 on the web, that have bought the DVDs and the books and the materials. And so to say thank you to all of you, you can buy 4 copies of The Obama Deception right now at Infowars.com for $5 a piece, or $4 and change. You get 4 for $19.95. You get 10 for $39.95. That's down at like $4 a piece. And you get a Citizen Rule book. We basically make no money on this after we ship it and everything. But the point is, the system is scared of this. And the low-tech way to have it in the highest quality on DVD and make copies of it and give it to people, or to give them it in the pretty color case with all the information in it, a better chance of them watching it, Infowars.com, or call toll-free 888-253-3139. You can also write to us at P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. I can't offer this deal for very long. When this printing runs out, it'll go back to the regular price, because that's how we fund our operation. But I am dedicated to getting this out. And so for a limited time, you can write to us, you can call, or you can go to the website and get 4 copies for $19.95. Of The Obama Deception, and part 2 of it, Fall of the Republic, that I quite frankly think is an even better film. And that's free on the web as well. Get the links to it, send it out to everybody. Realize that the system wouldn't be removing this stuff if it wasn't hurting them, if they weren't scared, if they weren't concerned. That's the point. They're not invincible. And lastly, before I news blitz and then go back into your calls, I want to tell you about Wake the Church. It's an event coming up with Alan Keyes, Dr. Chuck Baldwin, of course, George W. Hunt. Also, they're going to be Catherine Albrecht, Dr. Catherine Albrecht, on privacy. Daryl Rundis, our good friend, is hosting the event. And it's $5.95 for tickets. That'll just pay for the hotel and banquet hall. Probably won't even pay for that. I've tried to rent hotels before. I know how much it costs. And it's liberty2010.com. That's faithandliberty2010.com. Faithandliberty2010.com. One word, faithandliberty2010.com for that event coming up July 24th in Colorado. And lastly, I want to tell you about efoodsdirect.com. In these insane times we're entering into, in this depression we're entering into, you're probably going to end up having to use this food. More and more it looks like that. But if there was a 10% chance that things are going to collapse and get really serious and that the dollar was going to be devalued, it's a lot higher than that, you should have storable food. It's high quality. It's freshly made. They're wonderful patriots. efoodsdirect.com, efoodsdirect.com, or 800-409-5633, 800-409-5633. You'll never stand on the bread line if you have your own bread. efoodsdirect.com or 800-409-5633. Don't procrastinate. At least call and get a free brochure of their wonderful food products that they have there. No GMO, no hybrid, none of that garbage. They got gourmet meals. They got regular meals. They got everything. efoodsdirect.com. Okay. It's actually like looking at your garage when you hadn't cleaned it out in 3 or 4 years every day. Every day when I get on air, I have all these stacks of news that I've read over and gone over before the show. And every one of these articles, I could talk about them for an hour. But I look at these stacks. There's got to be 130 or so or more. That's just a guesstimation. I wonder how right I am. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's another 10 articles or so in there. That's 30. Another 4 or 5 articles. Yeah, it's guesstimation's right. It's probably 120, 130 articles here. Again, I dead reckon a lot. In fact, should I right now just count every one of them here on air just to see? I haven't done it, but people say, well, how do you know it's 130 articles? Here, let's just see how close I was, then I'll get into the news. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 16 articles. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Probably shouldn't do this on air, but it's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. And there's all these stacks. Yeah, I bet it's 100. There's no way to read it all. The point is I got a lot of articles here, and any one of these I could spend hours on. But let's just at least run through the headlines here for people right now, today. 4 dead in Juarez bombing. People in Juarez are recovering from a car bomb that killed 4. Continues. 17 gunned down in Mexico Fiesta slaughter. This happened last night. To the cries of "kill them all," a gunman opened fire at a weekend birthday party Sunday, mowing down only 17 people in an attack that laid bare the brutality of Mexico's long-running drug war. Yeah, don't decriminalize the drugs and shut off this war instantly. No, because the government's in a war to keep control of the drugs and laundering it. Schwarzenegger sends California National Guard troops to border security. That'll be a complete whitewash. They'll just harass citizens. We've seen them what they've done in the past. That's an election stunt. Inside Mexico's drug war, Americans allege abuse. Wall Street Journal. Americans allege? I don't even go to Mexico anymore. I mean, the last time I saw the tour bus we were on in southern Mexico get pulled over by Army troops and shake down the driver and take the tips away from him. Or back in college, I would go down there and they'd pull us over and shake us down. You know, I mean, corrupt guys in black uniforms with gold teeth demanding, smiling at you and calling you stupid gringo and demanding your money. Can you imagine if our cops did this to the illegal aliens? It'd be the end of the world. I mean, anybody who goes to Mexico is out of their mind. It's a collapsed, failed society. They allege abuse. And it shows these Americans, what they do is they get you, they find some petty crime, and then they get, on average, they run your family's credit off your driver's license, and they say, your family is rich, $100,000. You go to Mexico, and the police kidnap you. It's very simple, okay? Don't go to Mexico. Don't let your family go to Mexico. It's a failed state. Immigrant deaths in Arizona desert soar in July, and it goes over all of that. You build a wall there and stop it, these people wouldn't be dying en masse. The bodies of 40 illegal immigrants have been brought into the office of Pima County Medical Examiner. Many of them shot and killed and robbed by the coyotes. You don't hear the civil rights activists talking about that, though. I already did the 4 dead in Juarez. Okay, so that's the stack on that front. Got Glenn Spencer from the Arizona border joining us tomorrow to talk about that. Here's Time Magazine. Dems start to panic as reality of midterm woes sets in. But don't worry. You got all these White House officials and people saying they want an Oklahoma City or 9/11 event to save themselves. That's in the Financial Times of London. Don't worry. They'll launch a new war with Iran or blow up some federal buildings and blame it on patriots. Don't worry. The scumbag murderers are going to try something. You don't need to worry about that. They need to, in fact, even Robert Shapiro in that article said Obama needs to look like a strong leader and have people rally around him for protection. The government blows up a building and then you run up and hug onto the black uniformed leg. Oh, government, oh, please, oh, please. This is a narcotics, child kidnapping criminal group. Congressional hearings, how they run giant white slavery rings worldwide. Every time I say white slavery ring, some idiot sends me an email saying, oh, black slavery isn't a bad thing. White slavery means sex slavery. Again, it's like trying to communicate with people who have no vocabulary. No, I'm not talking about my general audience. I mean the morons out there. I'm seeing comments in the YouTube channel now going, clearly Alex took down the Obama deception and had it put back up. It's impossible for a user who runs an account to take their video down and then put it back up. Do you understand that? Anyone who runs a YouTube channel knows that. If you delete a video, and that's what the hack was, somebody went in, said they were the user, deleted it. It wasn't even my account, it was someone else's. You go in and do that, you cannot restore it. By the way, I talked to Kenneth Webb earlier that runs that channel. He said that videos he'd had removed years ago by them were suddenly restored. They have lied and said they can't restore videos that are hacked and taken down. Videos that were taken down of his years ago everything's been restored. And that points towards somebody inside there doing something they weren't supposed to. I'm not saying Google and their parent company, I'm not saying YouTube and their parent company, Google, gave the orders to do this. I'm saying there's no way somebody figured out that passcode on their own out there, and this was a mainline hack. I believe it's an inside job, as most crimes are, and it is a federal crime. And I believe that all the evidence points towards it being an insider. And I've never seen